Right, so let's add the text shadow, just like I said. So in the mixins we're gonna add a oh yeah, I didn't add the mixin earlier, so we'll do that in a minute. But in this mixin we'll add another mixin. We'll call it let's see, we'll call it text, we'll call it outline. And in here we don't really need any arguments for this one, and I just pasted this in. You need this sort of code. It's pretty simple and self-explanatory, but I can never remember that, so I'll just do that real quick. And oh yeah, we need yeah, we don't need any arguments for this one. So by the way, this mixin we're gonna add over here. We'll remove this and we'll say at import, no, at yeah, include, I believe. Yeah, at include, 1 minute. Yeah, at include, and then this mixin's name middle, and it will be, I think I have done something wrong, but whatever. It'll be 980 pixels. And let's see, 980 pixels, and we need our text, no, we need our padding. That'll be 10 pixels, I believe. 5 pixels. Yeah, 5 pixels. So when I save this, and in here we'll say um, width. Now observe that we're not using anything like return over here. So basically whatever we write in here will automatically get incorporated over here. So we'll say width will be dollar width, and then padding will be dollar padding. I'm gonna save this and real quickly compile. Okay, so we have the error. All right, yeah, that was because of a pretty foolish mistake that I made. In the helpers, we're gonna have to include the mixins. So I'll say dollar at import. Let me close off the documentation first. Yeah, there we go. Okay, yeah, we're gonna say at import mixins, and when we compile again, it should work. Now when I refresh, oh, okay. So the problem is we forgot to add the margin. In here, we're gonna say margin auto. I'm gonna save that, and I'll compile again and refresh. Oh, so there we go. Now for the text shadow mixin, we're gonna do this really quickly. I'll say catch, and then we'll include our text shadow mixin at text shadow. I mean text outline. Sorry, out text outline. Okay, wait. Include text outline. We don't really need any parameters for this because we already have it. Okay, it's not text outline, it's just outline. So let's do that. I'm gonna save this and refresh. There we go. We don't actually have the text outline yet, and let me just fix that. Yeah, so that wasn't really an error. I just did not compile it. So anyways, once we're done with this, we need to get a better way to assign these borders, because since these borders are not really very good, since we need to add the vendor prefixes. Since different browsers have different prefixes, we're going to create a new mixin called border, and it'll take some parameters. So those parameters are going to be top, and then actually those won't take any parameters. It'll just, okay, 1 minute, let me think. Yeah, it'll just take two parameters called color, and then yeah, it'll take color and text. No, not text, size, dollar size. So once we have that, we are going to say so first we'll say border 1 pixel solid, right? So we say, okay, 1 minute, border color, we need one more called dollar nature. Nature will for the most part be solid, but just cause we'll say color, and then nature, and then size. So it's like 1 pixel solid, and then oh, not this, 1 pixel. Yeah, this will be size over here. and then this will be color. I'm gonna save that. Now let's just find some for now. Yeah, we need to assign some of these. Just a minute. Yeah, we need to assign the border to a mixin. Now the header already has a border, so I'm going to remove this, and I'll say at include border, and in here we'll say, let's see, we have our color. So the color, actually, you know what, we'll shift this to size and make that into color. We'll set this to color will be #000. Actually, we have our header border color over here, so we're gonna say header border color. Let's see over here in the variables, we have this header border color. All right, so header border color, and then we have the nature, it's going to be solid, and then we have our color, which is going to be oh, sorry, will uh I cannot remember anything today for some reason. I'm gonna paste this here, and over here we're gonna make it this the size will be just normal 2 pixels. And if I save this, then I'm gonna compile it and refresh. So there we okay, we don't have the border yet. All right, yeah, no, that was because you see over here I placed commas which we don't need. All right, now if I refresh, okay, compile and then refresh, sorry. Compile, refresh, there we go, we have the border. Now one more thing is, let's say you wanted to apply rounded borders. So like for example, the border would be rounded like over here. So for that, it's another a problem, because you see for the border we need the vendor prefixes. So I'm gonna create a new mixin called border radius, and this will just be $vars, all the variables. So now when we save this in typography.css, let's say we wanted to assign a rounded border to our just the like the header. So the bottom of the bottom border should be sort of rounded. It's pretty easy. What we just do is we say at include mixin, not mixin, sorry, border radius, and this border radius will be our the variables are, let's say we want 0 pixels at the top, and then we want this is starting from like the top left, so it'll be 0 pixels, 0 pixels, and then let's just say 10 pixels and 10 pixels. All right, I'll save that, and then in here we'll just say border dash radius. First thing is the normal border radius, and that will be $vars. I'm going to end that line over there. Just a minute, make sure I don't, yeah, again, I was about to make the same mistake. So yeah, I'll save that. And then once I set this, and let's just real quickly compile, I'm pretty sure, yeah, there we go, we have the border radius. Now the next thing that we need to do is assign the different vendor prefixes to it. You see, like there are vendor prefixes, like for WebKit we apply a dash WebKit at the beginning. So I'm just gonna copy this real quick. I'm gonna copy that, and I'll say first let's add support for IE, and then for Mozilla, okay, we need Opera also, sorry, Opera, then Mozilla Moz border radius, and then WebKit. So WebKit is WebKit, that's for Safari. I'm gonna save that and refresh. Oh, of course we need to compile it and then refresh. So we have the different border radiuses. Now if you see, we have the Moz border radius, Opera border radius, Microsoft border radius, everything. We don't really need those in Chrome itself, but it can be used in others. So that's all for this series. I'll be creating more tutorials, but they might not be for designing this. And yeah, I'll keep on designing my website, but they will be in a different series maybe. So anyways, yeah, that's all for the series. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to rate, like, and subscribe.